What's up, guys? Saturday vlog. Finally doing a vlog. Trying to get back to schedule. I skipped 2 Saturday vlogs already. It's just been very hectic and busy. So let's get right to it. There's really not much to talk about in this week's vlog. I want to give a big shout out to Glenn, the owner of Vape Source. So go ahead and see the store and him right now.
VapeSourceLA.com.
Alright, so this is Vape Source, guys.
That's really all of them here. The one that you just tried. I have a big thing about being on camera. Yeah, you just have to sign up. Thanks. He had it sitting in the back for so long without using it.
Okay, so that was him and his information.
There
you go.
We're good. Alright, so big shout out to Glenn. I definitely go to Vape Source a lot to pick up different kind of e-juices and equipment, and I do send a lot of people there. So customer service is A+. It's just a very nice place to just hang out, and that's kind of the environment that he was going for. It's a vapors bar, so you can go ahead and go there, kick it, drink some water. Water's free, and it's filtered, nice and cold, and try out all their different juices. It's pretty much on the house. Their juices, juices are on the house. You can try them there, right? And you can go ahead and buy a couple of juices you think is good. If nothing is good, at least you enjoyed the environment. So a big shout out to Glenn. Okay, my variable voltage mod was actually, I was doing very good progress on it. I do have her wired up right here. Here's the PCB on it. I did have it wired up and I did test it and everything is working, but has been put to a frickin' halt. That's the enclosure I will be using for the variable voltage mod. I already made the 510 connecting hole here, but has been put to a huge halt because I was, Glenn and I were discussing a certain product that he wanted, and so he kind of, asked, and I'm gonna try to deliver. So I'll be very, very busy for the next few weeks. So my reviews will be shorter. Just my videos will be shorter in general after Monday, because Monday is when I'm gonna start. It's kind of a, I'm gonna keep it kind of a secret project, and discuss it with Glenn if he does want me to post it up for you guys to see. It's gonna be pretty freaking awesome, and definitely a crap ton of work for me. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to him, see if he's okay with me showing it to you guys, and then I'll go ahead and show you what that is. But it is a whole bunch of soldering and a whole bunch of regulated goodness. So that is that. What else do I have to talk to you about this vlog? If you noticed, my Nemesis made a comeback. For one reason, I gave my Sentinel to my brother. So vlog update. Now I got everyone that is surrounded by me. Every single person that I know that are kind of close to me, I've made them all vapors. Okay, so every one of them are all vapors now. They actually keep the habit of cigarettes. My brother, this is his first day. Hopefully he does keep the habit. Basically everyone that I know has been off cigarettes now for a good 2 weeks. The latest, my brother's the most recent case, so right before my brother's in 2 weeks, and then so on and so forth. So that thumbs up for that. Definitely helps. And actually I went to Vape Source today with my brother for him to kind of relax, check out the environment, vape some juices, and he bought a crap ton of juices. Again, he's a newer vapor, so he's very intrigued in the new flavors, and so that is that. So he did buy a lot of flavors on top of that. But like I said, Nemesis is just as good. Only issue I have is I can't set it down without firing it, and that was kind of a pain. Not a big problem. So performance does outweigh that very much. Okay, so I'm at home. I'm about to sleep. I'm just checking my comments, whatever people commented me about. Mr. Rascal 420, you kind of pissed me off a little. You either called me a liar or you told me that I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so the story here is somebody is firing a 1 ohm coil on an Ego battery. All right, I have a whole box full of these. I also the other one that just stays on, lights on, and blinks off. I gave it to my family members. Okay, I'm just gonna pull out this one just to prove to you, Mr. Rascal 420, that I'm not the one that doesn't know what I'm doing. Um, I'm not usually this sensitive to people's comments, but this is exactly what he wrote. You are not being honest, or you don't know what you're doing. One of two. I always use RDAs on Egos and I taste VVs. Quotation marks. The small bet. My single coils are always between 0.7 ohm to 1 ohm, and she hits like a train. That's exactly what they wrote. So, okay, Mr. Rascal 420, you put me on blast. I don't know why you would do that. You think I'm an idiot? Come on. I make videos, I do reviews. So let's take a look at this coil here. 0.74. Okay, that's within your range, right? 0.74? So 0.7 to 1 ohm. 0.74. And I'll even pop the cap off and I'll show you the coil. There. You saw it. Ego battery. Oh gee, that is firing just at. Wasn't gonna upload that video. I made it when you first commented, Mr. Rascal 420, but I said, you know what, forget it. I said my piece, and then I wasn't gonna upload it. And then you had to comment. You had to comment. Hey Andy, shut the F up. That guy said it will not fire if the load is under 1.2 ohm, and that is bull S. I'm vaping mine right now. It reads 0.8 ohms and vapes for years now, and now I'm using 12 Nick. Yes, she hits like an effing train, and yes, she does hotbox my car. You do the research. I only say what I know is fact. 6 rep, right? Because you forgot to put the space there, but whatever. 6 rep, 28 gauge. Canthal, nice and tight. Hudson wick, 0.8 ohms. Try it for yourself, and you see on this, you tried to set up before. Shut the F up. You can't tell me shit. I tried to set up before. To lay this issue to bed, I'm making this video because apparently you don't make YouTube videos, you don't do reviews, right? And I'm probably sure if you're still using Ego batteries, your extent of vaping is, and you're still, I'm using the setup right now, 0.08 ohms on an Ego battery, your extent of vaping is not so extensive. So I'm gonna, whatever, you do your thing, I do my thing. I'm pretty sure there's some Ego C-twists because there's so freaking many of them out there that will fire sub-ohm. I know Anakin products do that. But then you cannot pull more than 3 amps of current out of it. Now, apparently you don't know what amps stands for, amperes, or current, right? The only thing you really know is ohms. For me to do research, I've done my research. I have my low voltage, electronic license, right? Electrician's license. So, as far as my knowledge and my base, I don't know it all, but I know to the point where I could actually step in and say, you know what, hits like a train, hotbox your car, whatever, right? I don't even say this K-Fun hits like a train, it's on a 1 ohm coil. It's not hit like a train. For you, it might. Again, like I said, hit like a train may vary from person to person. Apparently, you were speaking of that, like hit like a train, like just producing vapor. Or you can mean throat hit. Whatever. This RDA right here, on a 0.5 ohm setup, I don't even consider it to hit like a train. I consider it to just be a normal vape. But again, this is at 0.5 ohms. Does not hit like a train for me. For you, it may differ. It just hits the train. With that K-Fun, I'm not going to be hotboxing any cars, or at least covering my whole car with vapor, I guess. I don't know. Unless it's a Tonka car. So that being said, I'm making a video response to you. Please, let's not. If you do, again, comment on that. I'm no longer going to respond to you because it is what it is. I just tested it right now. I showed you firsthand. I don't know what else you want me to do with it. You want me to buy another cheap Ego battery and hopefully cross my fingers it fires 7 ohm, and if it does, to see if I could really get this thing to hit like a train. I'm not going to do that. I'm not. I have high-end devices here, and I don't vape Egos anymore. That's what it is. Alright, so this is my proof to you of how it didn't work. For you, it could work. I don't care. Right? But the fact that you said, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm talking about, and that I'm lying, sir, stop right there. I've actually tested the regulation boards on the Egos. I know the limitations of that board. I've actually vented an Ego battery before, so I have that experience lined up there. Alright, so back to the week's vlog. Aspiring out of this. What makes this any different? The only difference is that I actually rebuilt the coil myself with 28 gauge Canthal, and it's reading like 2.1 ohms. 1.8 ohms on this device, but it's running at 2.1 ohms on ohms checker and my multimeter. I build it with the best of them, guys. So here is some of my this week's coil builds. Go ahead and pop it out there and I'll talk you through it while I post it. So here we go. This is, I call it the frog coil. It's just 2 little micro coils on some cotton. It just looks like a frog. It reads about 0.5 ohms on the Helios. It was pretty good. The next coil is a quad coil on a Nimbus. What I did was I trapped 2 micro coils in the bottom, and I trapped 2 microcoils with a top screw where it hits the post. It reads 0.18 ohms. This is the coil firing. It is kind of beast vaping. I actually still have this set up, but I'm not using it. It is a little bit too harsh for me. It does require gigantic air holes. Alright, so the next one up is the good old K-Fun. I built dual microcoils on my K-Fun. This thing actually worked pretty well when my K-Fun was up. I actually got a another K-Fun, and I'm working with that right now. This K-Fun, after wiggling with the coils a little bit, I got it to 0.7. I just scrunched it up, tidied it up a little, and it does perform great. The only issue is because the chamber is so tiny, I prefer a larger chamber. The vape does get a little bit too hot. If you look at this angle right there, I evenly spaced out those coils where it does perform the way it's supposed to. I do get good airflow, good vapor production, just the vape is a little bit too hot. This is the K-Fun when I did ignite it. It does glow very bright. There's not that much ramp up time. Definitely a build that you guys should get into if you like warm vapes. So how it fits in the chamber, it does fit very well. I did put 2 pieces of cotton in there. I don't have any wicking issues. It's just been working flawlessly. Firing in the chamber will come out to just about like that. With that reduced chamber K-Fun right there, it is very, very warm vape. But again, if you like the warm vape, you guys won't have a problem with this. I still prefer a single coil in my K-Funs. So my Genesis, this is a dual coil on a single Canthal. So I could kind of ramp up the voltage with this on a variable voltage device. It is reading around 2 ohms. And to replace this coil, there we go, I put a twisted 28 gauge. I already pre-bent the wire, so it's easy to place in there. This is kind of what I use now and what, in my opinion, performs best to me. Okay, and the next picture is just a whole bunch of random coils that I've tested out with. The one where you kind of see two little microcoils on the side and one in the front, that's a very interesting one. It works very well. That's about it for my coil builds. Alright, so that is some of my this week's coil builds. I've pretty much always been good at building coils. I never struggled. Even the more difficult coils I've been able to do. I have no problems with Genesis. I have no problems with K-Fun. No problems building this Nautilus coil. But what I've really been wanting to update you guys on is this Cardo. Bow Cardo, freaking awesome. Flavor production is there, it's good, but the freaking flavor is fantastic. That is not my setup, but that is how the owner of this device is running it. I'm gonna cut this week's vlog pretty short. There's really not much to update. I was just freaking busy. Useless busy. It wasn't like I'm busy because I had something to do, but it was like I'm freaking busy, but dude, everything I do is kind of useless right now. That's kind of the busy I was at. I'm waiting on a lot of things right now. And I finally get to record a vlog. And I really enjoy recording vlogs. You guys might not enjoy watching them, but I really enjoy recording them because vlog days are one of those days where I'm not driven to review anything. It's just me sitting here in front of a camera, talking to you guys about random fake shit. Freaking awesome. It's kind of what I like to do. I don't really want to go down talking points. I just, whatever I feel comes into my head, I go and spit it out. Those are my vlogs, video logs, obviously. That is that. So that's it, guys. That's the vlog for this week. I actually missed 3 vlogs. I've been kind of busy, and I am actually working on a project right now, which involves a lot of soldering and time taking. So that is that. I actually got a K-Fun. I got a K-Fun back. A friend of mine actually broke his K-Fun, so I got to get the center pin off that. Hey, and that's the K-Fun. Convenient baking. But thanks for watching, guys. If you have a question, like always, you can always leave a comment. I'll try to get back to you. You can email me. I'll try to get back to you if you have any questions. Have a good one.